So, lads, today we have got the Indiana Fever versus the Atlanta Dream in what is no question about it. What is no question about it? The biggest game of the Fever's season. Heck, maybe the second biggest game they played in the last decade. A winner takes all game to make it to the second round. In a second round that is absolutely there for the taking. Do they have to face the Lynx? No. Do they have to face the Mercury? No. Do they have to face the Liberty? No. Do they have to face any of the teams that beat them in the season series? The Valks. Like, there are four, as far as I'm aware, there are four or five teams, the Sparks. But four of the five teams in the playoffs that the Fever beat in the season series are on the other side. The Fever beat the Dream in the season series, the Fever beat the Storm in the season series, and the Fever beat the Aces in the season series. And the Fever are undefeated against the Aces and the Storm without Caitlin Clark. The Fever have a legit, weird chance of making the finals. And I don't think they do, but it's there. In a winner-take-all game, anything can happen. Anything can happen in a one-off winner-take-all game. Doesn't matter where it is. I don't think the Fever are going to be at that much of a disadvantage playing at College Park. Like, I don't think the crowd were anything too major. I think this was a team fighting for their lives versus a team who already were planning for the Las Vegas Aces. The Atlanta Dream were planning for round 2. The Fever were fighting for their lives in game 2. But now, like, I don't see the Atlanta Dream rolling over like they did in game 2. The only thing is that the Atlanta Dream are not a playoff basketball team. That's the one thing I've realized. They are not a playoff basketball team. They're not good enough shooters to play the way Carl Smesko wants to play. It's as simple as that. Like, Naz Hillman can kind of shoot the ball. But, like, she's someone that's not shot the ball for her entire career. And it's harder. When games get tighter, it's harder for her to shoot, especially because her natural instinct isn't to shoot the ball. Alicia Gray and Ryan Howard are going to let her fly. But, like, Dina Paupa's minutes are shortening. Marie Jones, Aaliyah Boston really did put it up to Marie Jones. For the first time this season, Aaliyah's actually gone toe-to-toe with Marie Jones. And then Kelsey Mitchell might be the X factor. Like, Alicia Gray had 9 points in a blowout game 2, series tying game. And you know what? The Atlanta Dream put up more fight than New York Liberty yesterday. The Liberty yesterday, Jesus Christ, they looked like they didn't even want to be there. They literally look like they didn't want to be there. It's if they somehow pull this out, like, I predicted them to win the whole thing. They look like they didn't want to be there. I think they thought you add a top 15 player in the world in MMS and it was just going to click, and it just hasn't. It just hasn't. Like, Jonquel Jones started playing worse. Everyone, it just didn't work. It just didn't work out. Like, it happens sometimes. You know, sometimes too much greed rather than fit does not work. And they just didn't have enough of a run. I think they just didn't have enough of a run together, and it's just not working out. But for the Fever, this game is not about X's and O's. This game's not going to be won by Carl Smesko or by Steph White. It can absolutely be lost by a coach, but I think Carl Smesko his plan B is plan A, but better. And Steph White is a pragmatic coach. Neither of them are going to throw away this game. This is a winner takes all game. This game could be in the 50s for all we know. Neither team is going to want to lose this game. And I think the problem is that if you go out to try to win this game, you might fuck it and lose it. And that's the one thing that I think both teams and both coaches will be, well, especially Steph White. I think Smesko doesn't really matter because Smesko is going to play the same way no matter what. His tactics is going to be the same no matter who they're against. Whereas Steph White treats every game as a chess match, trying to beat an opponent, and a lot of time drag them down. Whereas Carl Smesko is like, we're just gonna destroy you. Like, it doesn't matter who you are. We are going to play this way, and we're going to beat you because we play this way, and you're not going to be able to stop us. And so far, the Fever have been able to stop the Dream. The Dream have been really bad. Their guards have been really bad. I think this game's going to really come down to, because I think Kelsey Mitchell's going to get hers anyway. I think that's one of those things. It really comes down to, I think if neither of Ryan Howard or Alicia Gray play well, the Fever win. If one of them plays well, if both of them play well, the Dream win. If one of them plays well, it's going to come down to, can one random Fever role player light them up for 15? Can Odyssey Sims have a game? Can Lexi have a game? Can Shea Petty hit 3 threes? Like, that's what it's going to come down to if one of their wings are going to have a game. But if both teams play at their best, the Atlanta Dream win the game. But I think both teams are going to be bad. And when both teams are going to be bad, it all comes down to, in these low-scoring games, and that's the one thing that Steph White works in the Fever's favor in these low-scoring games. In a low-scoring game, a moment of magic is the difference between winning or losing a game. Like, in a high-scoring game, when you're constantly getting scores, a player going on an individual 9-0 run doesn't have the same impact as when a game's in the 90s than when a game's in the 60s. When a game's in the 60s, that's a game-winning thing. And with the way this game's likely to be played, it's probably going to come down to whether or not that moment of magic at the opportune time is Kelsey Mitchell, Alicia Gray, Aaliyah Boston, Ryan Howard, or a role player. I think it's going to come down to a moment of magic, and I think the Atlanta Dream have more players capable of doing that. So I think the Fever have had a fantastic year. I think the fight of this team can't be understated. I think obviously what the Indiana Fever have done this season is absolutely incredible. I think it'll stand to them. Do I wish they fought and finished 9th, which meant they would get one of the potential All-Stars in the draft? Yes. Like, people are saying you want the Fever to tank and like sit Kelsey Mitchell and Leah Boss. It's like, no. I want the Fever to go take a young player instead of Odyssey Sims. Because if you take a young player instead of Odyssey Sims, you can even pitch it to the players being like, look, we felt like Odyssey was going to get us into the 8th seed. We wanted to win a championship. And we wanted to risk winning a championship or missing the playoffs. And it's like, we thought if Serena Sundell stepped up as a 6'2 guard and she played she stepped up, we thought we could have won, even though Serena Sundell sucks. But you could have pitched it to them being like, okay, they went for it. It didn't work out. We got the 9 seed. Suddenly, Flaw J, you are a Fever. AZ, you're a Fever. Awafam, you're a Fever. And now we're at a position where we're probably not even going to get Super Senior, who was going to be in the second round last year, or Timu, Katie Lou Samuelson, and Garzone. So we're probably going to trade the pick now. But anyway, yeah, that's the video. I'll see you guys.